Hello, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, best ball striking drills in golf. We're going to focus on impact. I'll show you a great and easy to do drill with several stages in it. I think will really help you. And towards the end, I'll show you how I believe that this drill helps you get a better takeaway as well. So let's briefly look on video. 4 features of a good impact, 4 things you really need to be doing, iron shots especially. And then we'll show you how you can marry them all together in this one drill. Well, I think we know who these guys are. That's Rory McIlroy on the left, Tiger Woods on the right. So what are these 4 features? There's address for Rory, there's impact. So the things you're noticing, the hips are rotated a little bit there as you look at that. And more or less, and I've chosen Rory, he doesn't do this perfectly. I mean, he does it pretty darn well, obviously, but the angles you'll see for the arms and the club and the body are pretty similar as he goes into impact. They're pretty darn similar. Let's pick Jordan Spieth for that one. Let's go address, impact. Again, very similar in overall angles, but you'll notice that the hips are open a little bit now. So that's 2 similar angles, hips open, as we look at Tiger over there on the right. And if I could say, had a lot of issues at Scratch Golf Academy. We're trying to work out of them. There's a link below for a free 14-day trial. No credit card monkey business. Just go in there, touch the link, and enjoy the library of videos for a couple of weeks. Hope you'll try it out. Free app as well at the Scratch Golf Academy app at the App Store. Tempo trainers, green reading trainer, etc. So numbers 3 and 4. Tiger Woods needs no introduction. Look at address. Look at impact. And the 2 things I'm going to point out to you, his hips are nearer the target at impact, and his club shaft is leaning forward. Have a look. That's it. So if we can get the hips a little bit open, the angle's pretty good, and get the grip into the club, that right arm's pushing nicely forward, and get the hips forward, we have done it. Okay, people always tell me, I give golf lessons, have for decades, I'm a field player. What they usually mean by that is, don't give me any technical advice, I just like to hit the ball. That's okay. It's a free country, it's a free world there. But I'm telling you, you have to be a field player. You've got to play with feel like, but the key is, do you know what good motion feels like to you so you can duplicate it? So this is, I think, what the drill will help you with. And what we're going to do, I've got a 9-iron, it's a good choice. We'll look at this from 2 angles and we'll take it through some stages. If I can, let's put that ball back there. If I can mimic a good impact, there's my weight forward, the grip end forward, my right arm is pushing this way, I can get a feel for it. Now, what I'm going to do in this drill is I'm going to preset that, hold it, and make just a tiny backswing and just punch one out there. Now, let me just be clear on one thing. I've had a lot of experience watching people do drills. Some drills are very good. Sometimes people even do the drills well. Usually the drills don't help. Why? You say, why don't they help? Because people don't engage enough. The whole purpose of a teaching aid or a drill, etc., is so that it instills feel, contrast. Hey, when I do this with this teaching aid, that feels different to me to what I normally feel in my golf swing. That's not what most people do with the drill. They just do the drill like running laps and hope it shows up for them. So the better your engagement, the more you'll get out of the drill. Let's have a look here. So number 1, I feel like I could really compress the ball here. I'm aware of what my body feels like. I'm not worried about solid contact. And what I'm noticing, can I get that same feeling as I go through? I wasn't even watching the ball on that in that case. Now, very important with this drill, if you struggle with the feeling going through, staying stable, you can actually do some ball pushes. But very important with this drill, in this stage, and we're going to show you another stage here in a moment, when you make your backswing, it cannot be so big that you disrupt all that and get a big movement this way. It's just a little pivot, a little twist from here to prep it. I've got to keep that feeling. So I get my feeling, there's my impact, and I'm starting to sense that through the ball. Let's check it from here. So from this angle, we noticed approximately the same body and club and arm angles. Again, a lot of great players are a tiny bit more up with their hands there, but just generally that. And we noticed that the body, the hips at least, are slightly open or aimed this way. So that's what I'm going to work on here. Then we'll show you sort of the upper stage of this drill. So let's get in there. I've got my feeling. That's the idea. That's what I want. Now, here's the next stage of this drill. And then we'll finish by showing you how I believe this can really help your takeaway. But we'll talk about that in just a second here. So here we go. Same overall beginning. There's my feel. But what I'm going to do this time is hold it for a few seconds, feel it, return to a normal address, then go. No target necessarily, very small space of time, so I don't lose the feeling. I'm still not necessarily making a full backswing, but I'm trying to, in other words, I'm trying to give myself more work to do to get back to that impact. There it is. I've got the feel. I felt pretty much the same there going through. Certainly a good feeling in my left side and pressure in the club. Let's check that takeaway. So here it is. You don't have to have an impact bag. It's a good mental picture, though. That would be my intended target line, shall we say. So ask yourself this: if I had to drive that shaft under the bag, if I had to meet these impact requirements, put pressure on the back of the ball, would it be helpful to take the club back that way? I seriously doubt it. If you had a mallet and you had to just bump this thing underneath that impact bag, there's no way you'd do that. So avoid this pitfall of taking the club in and folding this trail arm too much. Certainly that, hey, there's going to be a little bit of arc at the beginning, but round numbers, I want to feel like my implement, in this case a golf club, could be a mallet in your picture, relates to the job I'm trying to do here. And I think if you can mix a little bit of that in mentally when you practice, it's very, very helpful. It's more intuitive than just trying to take it back the correct way. Hope this helps.